Hello, everybody. Hope you're all healthy and safe. Welcome to episode 7 of Slow Blues in E for a chromatic harmonica tuned to the key of C. In this episode, we'll continue exploring open double stops, also known as socially distanced next-door neighbors. They are indeed sweet spots due to the way they can add heft to our sound as well as more interesting harmonic textures than octaves. As an added bonus, those harmonic textures can suggest chords. Now you gotta admit, that's pretty sweet. But the big gap between the holes rules out warbling, and phrasing options between the two notes seems more limited because you need to jump around more to play them. That seems like the makings of what I'd call an anti-sweet spot. But there's a way to travel a distance without letting the sweet spot go sour. And it's kind of like what a piano player does with thumb and pinky to play two notes that are a wide interval apart with great rhythmic agility. The technique I'm about to introduce is part of what I like to call piano mind. We'll be talking much more about this concept in future episodes. For now, let's learn about tongue switching. If you can't tongue block or need to woodshed tongue switching in isolation, you can still do this woodshed, but it won't sound as smooth. The basic thing happening here is that you move back and forth between the two notes in an open double stop by moving your tongue to either the left side or the right side of your mouth, hence the name tongue switching. Let's explore the open double stop between holes 1 and 4 draw, the notes B and D, to start off with. This is the open version of the closed double stop between holes 4 and 5. Using the math formula introduced in episode 6, simply subtract 3 from the lower note, that is, 4-hole draw, to arrive at 1-hole draw, the note D. Now, let's compare jumping between holes 1 and 4 draw and tongue switching. So first, just jumping between holes 1 and 4 draw. Sounds all right, but compare the difference with tongue switching between holes 1 and 4 draw. Hear the difference? Now, you don't have to use tongue switching to do this woodshed, and it's definitely worth doing even if you can't tongue switch just yet. But to whet your appetite for learning this technique, here's a little tongue switching workout for a blues in C. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that kind of execution depends on tongue switching. There's just no two ways about it. All right, back to our normal programming. We will work on 3 tongue switching scenarios based on the 3 open double stops covered in episode 6. Those are 1 and 4-hole draw, the notes B and D, which are members of the E7 chord. 3 and 6-hole blow, which are members of the A7 chord, and 4 and 7-hole draw, which are members of the B7 chord. As in the last episode, I'll play a phrase and you'll play it back. Review episode 6 for how this works over the full 12-bar progression if you need to. What's different from episode 6 is that we alternate the notes in the double stop instead of playing them at the same time. Here we go. All right, so there you have it. Tongue switching. We're going to continue exploring the E minor pentatonic scale in episodes 8 and 9. Episode 10, we're going to finally get into pushing the button a little bit. That's where we introduce the E minor blues scale. So stay tuned for all that, and happy jamming.